Here's the other problem.
I am.
She has come to destroy you. Oh my. Joe's not gonna know what to do. This is why the movie's 3 hours long. They're undressing so slowly. Bill is not gonna be stoked about this a whole lot. I don't think I was really ever sure like how to feel about this moment, because it's like I want to be happy for her, but it's kind of like based on a lie, sort of, and or rather just like misconceptions. He's not telling her the full truth. She still thinks that he's the same guy at the coffee shop and whatnot, and he's not.
Hello, Bill.
He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I saw you kiss Susan.
Yes, I saw you sing it.
I'm her father.
With all due respect, Bill, I'm not asking your permission.
You goddamn my son!
You've lived a first-rate life, and I find it eminently usable.
Usable, huh?
Perhaps it's time to remind you, this is not simply a dispute with the putative suitor. This is me.
Cut all that Bill crap out, you son of a bitch.
Say it again. Be careful, Bill.
Or what? You're gonna fucking kill me anyway, but I'm not gonna let you take my daughter. My favorite lady.
Time you show up.
Fortunately, I think she
Don't be
passed some years
facetious.
ago, but I did hear a story about how Brad would still like tell her happy birthday even like far after this movie was done, which if that's true, then that's really awesome.
You're loved back. She know your real self.
She know how she feel.
Backside. What the hell kind of business this is? You're not in your right place, mister.
Yeah, tell him.
Me neither. No more.
I think it's great that she's telling him what he needs to hear.
It's nice it happened to you. But the truth is, it's bound to happen. If you stay long enough. So take that nice picture you got in your head home with you. But don't be fooled. We lonely here mostly too.
It's a really nice analogy she painted out for life in general, along with the music as she's describing it. It's really awesome. But the point I was trying to make before was I noticed most of the people that are giving him advice are people that are near death, no pun intended. And I think as far as like just the general idea of leaving, I think Bill is ready, but if he wants to put a perfect bow on everything, then I don't think it's quite ready just yet.
Come on, have a drink. You look like you need one as bad as me.
I do?
Oh, man. I got problems of my own. Oh, I told Drew and the board that Bill depended on you. Drew and Bonnecue were going to chop up the company, sell it off for parts. Bonnecue was outside, Drew was Mr. Inside, and I was the fool who made it all happen.
It's okay. Yeah, he's the mole, and Quince didn't know.
He'll forgive you. You think I should wait till after the party?
No.
No, I'm gonna kill him tonight. You gotta do it sooner.
I haven't been the father to you that,
That you've been to Susan,
No, I wasn't gonna say that.
but that's what you were thinking. And that's okay. Because I know that you love me. I mean, it's not like it is with her.
That's something I don't really know anything about. Like, if you have multiple kids like that, like let's say 2 daughters, do you naturally just have like favoritism? You know, is it possible to actually love both daughters equally and treat them the same, or is it more complicated than that?
I felt loved. And that's all that matters. Never mind favorites. You're allowed to have one. The point is, you've been mine.
Mhm.
I have everything I could have ever wanted for my birthday.
Wait a minute. There's more to come.
He's saying all the right shit. I mean, he means everything that he's saying, and that's the point. But I'm just saying he's knocking it out of the park as far as what he needs to say to everybody. Here comes Claire, looking like $1 bajillion.
I opened my big mouth one too many times. Everything just got all twisted.
It's okay, Quince, I understand.
Huh, that was easy.
You have some unfinished business with Drew. Get him on the helicopter. Get him out here tonight. I want to tell this guy how I feel about him face to face.
I'll deliver the package.
At this level, you got to deliver on whatever's being asked, I guess, you know?
I'm in love with your daughter, and I'm taking her with me tonight.
You're not taking Susan anyway. What the hell does that mean anyway? I thought we had a deal. Susan's my daughter. She has a wonderful life ahead of her. You're going to deprive her of it, and you're telling me you're sorry?
Don't be a piece of shit. Come on.
Missing everything that matters. Trust, responsibility, taking the weight for your choices and feelings, and spending the rest of your life living up to them. And above all, not hurting the object of your love. Multiply it by infinity and take it to the depth of forever, and you will still have barely a glimpse of what I'm talking about.
There you go.
Did you tell her who you are?
No,
Does she know where she's going? You're stealing my daughter, and I'm not going to let you.
you're not going to let me.
No, I'm not going to let you.
Are you threatening me?
Yeah, I certainly hope so.
Yeah, you're taking his daughter.
What I know is what I want. And what I want is Susan. And I will have her, and she will have me, and that's the way it's going to be.
How can this be love? She doesn't know who you are. Why didn't you tell her? Try it out on her. See what happens.
Yeah, fuckface.
Reveal everything there is to know about yourself and let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah, it's a fair deal. Tell her who you are. If she still feels the same, great. If not,
Remember that morning in the coffee shop? And you said, what's wrong with taking care of a woman? She takes care of you.
yeah, I think she's still in love with that guy. She's kind of misconstrued the two to be the same person, but
You're someone else.
Don't you want to ask who?
he's showing her.
Joe, I'm afraid.
Afraid to find out? Don't be. You know who I am.
You're
They're both really doing a great job acting this out. He's got this like super like stoic stare. You know, you could totally imagine like someone like Death being behind those eyes, and she's doing a fantastic job, you know, acting with her eyes like she looks like she's looking into oblivion essentially, and she's trying to like make sense of it.
You're Joe.
And I wonder if she just says that because it's kind of like the simplest thing she can like say as a human being. Such a complicated situation because she now knows that's not the same person, and I think she was too afraid to accept who she saw. It's only been the older people in the show that's been able to look at him and say, "Oh, yeah, you're Death." And,
It'll just be us.
you know, they're in that part of their life where they're kind of like, you know, they're ready.
I just wanted to say how appreciative I am of this grand gesture.
Shut up and sit down.
It's not the meaning you think it is.
The time has come to tell you who I am.
Tell me, I'm peeing in my pants.
And you're going to be some more. An agent for the Internal Revenue Service.
Joe Black here. Of course, that's not his real name. Smile about your involvement.
So that is his real name.
Confess to the board every detail of your participation, then submit your resignation.
Should you choose to test my resolve in this matter, you will be looking at an outcome that will have a finality that is beyond your comprehension.
I'm going to see you when you die.
As soon as I get back to the city, I'll meet with the board.
You're meeting with the board right now, Drew. Resignation accepted.
There we go.
I don't want you to ever worry about me. And if anything should happen, I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah,
Everything's gonna be all right.
she definitely is hearing that as a goodbye.
Everybody's saying goodbye.
Yeah, I think now she's kind of like tuned into the situation now that she and Joe had that conversation, and now she understands the weight of what her dad's telling her.
Shall we?
You go on ahead, honey. So don't catch my breath.
Her last hug with him. And those of you that, are interested in getting the soundtrack and whatnot, for me, this is like the pinnacle of the soundtrack here. This whole piece, I believe it's called That Next Place. It's definitely my favorite piece of the whole movie, but it's also kind of like the most grand like version of the theme that's been kind of playing throughout the movie.
Happy birthday, Bill.
Thank you. Did you say goodbye?
Not exactly.
It's like Death got to experience life on a level that he wasn't anticipating. Yep. Super hard to let go of people or things whenever their time comes to an end.
Should I be afraid?
Not a man like you.
That one last confirmation, he's like, I'm going to a good place, right? And he's like, yeah, you're fine. You did good. I do think she kind of knows like what is happening. And we get the other guy back, I think.
Well, where did you go?
I don't know.
You can already see a clear difference between his mannerisms.
And when you disappeared around the corner, I wasn't sure if I was ever going to see you again.
Yeah, I think she's getting confirmation. She's slowly, the wheels are turning on what's happening.
I asked you if I said something wrong, and you said no. It was so right it scared you. And then you said you liked me. You didn't?
I'd be like, don't say that.
I like you so much.
I'll take that too, yeah.
I wish you could have known my father.
See, there's your confirmation. Yeah.
What do we do now?
It'll come to us.
That's something she said earlier. So he's the right guy for her. Yeah, they're just always on the same page, just naturally. That's gotta be nerve-wracking for these sort of shots where it's like, okay, well, you just want you to walk forward, don't mess up the walking part. We're gonna set off a lot of money's worth of explosions. Oh, and that's really nice. The very last one that happened there. Martin Brest. I wonder what other movies he's directed. Because I'm not familiar with that director, to be honest, even though he did this movie that I love very much. Okay, well, we got through it. We did it. It took a few hours, but we did it. That's a 3-hour movie, people. Holy shit. Before I forget, I've always wondered a couple things at the end of that movie. What logistically how the events right after would have happened, which would have been, where is Bill's body? Is it out in the woods somewhere? And when Joe goes back to the party, which of course his name's not Joe, he's going to be meeting Quince and the sister. I forgot the sister's name, but Patty, is that her name? I can't remember. But they know him, so then that has to be explained to them that this is not the same person. So I would probably have to say, you could probably say like, oh yeah, this is his twin. He has a twin. The other twin's gone. Joe's gone. But then you have to say this person's last name is Black as well, right? So there's just some logistic things that happen after that could happen after the movie that could not be good, because then it's like, well, yeah, Bill's body's in the forest, and the last person who everybody saw with him was Joe, this guy, and I think he killed him, and it's like, oh shit. But I suppose an autopsy would fix that too, and be like, no, it's a heart attack or something like that. And I don't know. There's just a mess of things that could happen right after this movie, but at least removing that stuff out of it, I love the ending to the movie. Everything ended on a good note, and I didn't realize there'd be like a few things throughout this movie that I would kind of connect with. Um, you know, just like when I was talking about my cat earlier, you know, when they were just talking about the general idea of like losing somebody, or letting go of things, um and Bill talked about his wife. I know not the same thing, but still, like, I feel like it shouldn't matter whether you're talking about a pet or a person, whether it's your wife or daughter or son, whatever. Like, if someone was important to you, I kind of feel like you're still losing someone. So to me, I don't really see that much of a difference, other than that it being a person versus a cat, or another type of pet. Um, Especially if that entity filled a certain void in your life, with some sort of happiness and things like that, and all of a sudden it gets taken away. I don't see that as different. But anyway, getting past that, when he was talking about his wife, how like she was here one day and then she was gone the next. I mean, he didn't say word for word what I said, but that was very much like kind of like how I felt with Morty. And uh and then just him describing his wife during that scene, and that was like bringing him to tears just to describe what she looked like it's so believable. And I'm sure Anthony has gone through some shit in his life, so he definitely understands the gravity of what he's talking about. And he's been around for a long time, so I'm sure he's experienced a lot of things, which is probably also why he did such a great job in this movie, and he was able to communicate this part of this person's life to everybody, and live it out and act it out in a believable way. And Brad did a great job at playing this force of nature that, how do you play that? He did a good job being, stoic in one sense, and then just being a regular dude in the next. So um and Claire, she did a magnificent job. She did a lot of acting with her eyes in this movie, and her eyes are gorgeous, of course. And like I said earlier, they're like daggers. And I feel like whenever she's like looking at Joe, when they're like this close to each other's face, and she's just like staring at him with like such intensity, like I felt that, and it's like holy crap. But she, gorgeous, gorgeous woman. But yeah, and like I mean, you love most people in this movie. Even Drew, even though he's a huge piece of shit and douchebag, he was played so well. The um the actor that played him like that, very believable. Um, and Quince, love Quince. Quince is probably one of my favorite characters in the movie. Um, just always positive attitude and all that stuff, and that's just someone you want to be around all the time. And so yeah, otherwise, yeah, this was my favorite movie, because I guess I just had a fascination with the afterlife and things like that. Just not knowing what could happen. And this is just to me an interesting perspective on it. Um, an interesting approach to telling a story that has it as its foundation. And but and yeah, I just didn't know. I honestly didn't really like think too hard on like what a movie like this would make me feel after experiencing what I did recently. Um and yeah, it was nice to connect on a couple things that are very relevant to me right now. And I didn't expect. I mean, I did and I didn't expect to. I was like, there's bound to be something that's gonna be said that I can relate to, and I was glad to find that there was. Um, and yeah, there were a couple times in this movie when I just watched it with you guys, that I kind of got a bit emotional. Um, I think when Anthony was saying goodbye, I remember that. I felt that was kind of emotional. Um, maybe one of the times that the family was hanging out and they had like one of those good moments and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. Um, but yeah, otherwise, I kind of feel like this movie was kind of something I needed to watch right now, and I feel, at least right now, I feel good. You know, I'm glad I made a video to be able to talk about my recent experience and all that, and um I feel like at least with this part of my life, whether I'm making these videos or editing videos for other channels, I don't have to sit here and think about, um, have it dwell on me, I guess. And I kind of feel like I'm being, I'm getting some closure. I'm being vindicated in some way or something. It feels nice. So I'm glad I did it. It's been on my mind for a while, and so now it's out in the open, and I don't feel like I'm hiding anything. I don't feel like I'm faking anything. That may have been what I've been feeling in certain other videos. 'Cause I have filmed some since it happened, and I don't know. I felt like a little weird when I did them. Um, but now I feel okay. So I think this is something I needed to do for me. Um, but I think everybody that sat through me going through what I'm talking about, I'll probably put some chapters in the video, um, on the edited version so people can navigate through my bullshit. Not everybody needs to hear what I talked about, but it's just something I needed to talk about for me. So, but yeah, this video is for Morty. I love you, Morty. Multiply that by infinity and take that to the depths of forever. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.